monster of the week.
Woohoo!
Woo!
We'll sound off. Doug,
Woot.
Adam,
Woot.
Max,
Woo!
Sean,
Woot.
Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boo.
Ted, what's our cookie count?
0. I have no cookies. That's why.
Fuck. Okay. We'll be okay. We'll all
Will we,
keep each
though?
other safe through this.
Will we?
We'll all keep each other safe. Okay. Who?
Remotely sweet I have down here is trail mix and York peppermint patties.
Don't eat either of those. I mean, you can on your own time, but not in my presence. Peppermint patties are fine, but you only eat those like out of a glove compartment.
I do not want to go down another tangent, but I'm afraid I have to ask this question.
Uh-huh.
Cody, are you still in love with my ex and ready to choose him over me, or has that facade gone down?
Hold on. What do you mean?
Remember, after you met him, you came into this group and were like, "He's wonderful. Doug's lying."
I do still think you're lying. I haven't had a
Doug,
here's the thing, I haven't had a second
Doug,
opinion
I get
about
you.
that.
Thank
Doug,
you.
I get you. Okay,
I
get it.
I haven't had a second thought about that. That's where
Cody.
I stopped. Is I thought
Cody.
I thought he what?
Cody, how do you think a monster gets you to love them? Okay, they are charming. You're falling for his spell, and I am trying to save you.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna talk to him out of the context of you, so you're good.
Okay.
Doug, I get you.
Thank you. Max is
not
different.
making-
I love Maggie. Maggie's a fucking bitch.
I'm not making social plans on the side with him.
You better not. I will
I don't have
burn
his
Chicago
number.
down.
I don't have his number. Also, everything you told me about his whole like living situation and everybody I guess he associates with, I don't need it. I know that's like 30% homophobic of me, to be fair.
No, you don't understand. When I'm like, hey, exhibit B of why gays don't deserve rights.
Yeah, no, you
That
came at me.
story.
You came at me in preface at the table with this is why gays are a mistake.
This is why y'all deserve each other.
And then he was
I get why
like,
they call us abominations now.
you started like you almost got into the story while we were sitting at the table, and he like steered it away. It was like, maybe not. Like,
Oh, do we? No, I don't think it happened yet by the time we met you.
okay, wait, no, it didn't. That was no.
Yeah.
You're probably talking about something else I don't know about.
Okay, tangent over.
Okay, tangent over. No, I haven't chosen him over you. Don't worry, you're still my favorite, Doug. Okay. Who wants to recap what happened last time?
We let George poke
Mm-hmm.
Maddox, and he transferred a vision. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And Maddox let us know and kind of translated for us that George became aware that the FTC I'm gonna say the FBC. Oop. Yeah.
Secret government enforcement agent.
Two people
The
almost
federal-
logged off of this chat.
Yeah.
immediately.
I was like, I'm gonna say the wrong fucking thing. I gotta shut up. The FBC has in their custody some sort of divine entity that is a relative of George, and so he said he's going to go rescue them. And I wanted to go and help him, and so I followed him. And to persuade him to stop killing FBC members in his quest, because he was gonna he was gonna get what he wanted anyway. Um, we gave him some power and some deflection and cover, and helped him get to the holding facility, where he was able to unleash everything.
Well, yeah, he was looking for just the one, but it so happens that when you fuck the whole facility up, unintended side effects.
Yeah.
There was the little broadly, yeah, that's the full plot. Little details is the fucking zombie guy that's Omarosa's nemesis getting left behind because you guys crushed a couple rolls during a high-speed chase.
It's cool. We did get another rollover, I believe. Somebody went under the tires.
I can't remember if somebody went under.
I think it was Omaros.
No. Omaros didn't go under. Omaros just got bumped.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Got sort of bumped to the ground. The joke was, "Oh, is this what Rob feels like?"
Okay.
So that was the association with going under the tires. Okay. Anybody else have anything to add? Anything they remember? God damn it. I just opened up one of my notebooks and I have Handy Daddy, Handier Daddy, and Handiest Daddy. Fuck it. I cannot believe I've kept this long. Okay, I'm putting that away. Okay. So where we left things, all of you were standing kind of at the edge of the fenced facility, looking at the area that he shot through, basically. And could start to hear things, shrieking sounds dispersing into the forest all around. That night, here's a question for the group. Like, what do you do as a group in the immediate aftermath of that? You're fairly far away from home, though you know where your car is. You're parked relatively closely.
Yeah, Veronica's fucked up though, so.
Mm-hmm.
When you say immediate aftermath, like still looking at the building,
Yeah.
what's coming out of it?
It seems like nothing in your direction, but you can hear noises of things, like monstrous things, bestial things, like spreading out into the like you can hear them, like, you know, you can hear in certain cases
within
like,
the wilds,
right, them fighting each other. Everything's instinct at this point. It seems to be run away as fast as possible in kind of every direction they can. And it does seem conspicuously that they are either not going along the path that George tread or not coming towards you, like as a group.
Okay. Then what I want to do immediately is to set up a protective ring for only humans, so that I can bring in people from the facility who may be wounded and get them protected.
Okay. What I'll give you is, by the time because a lot of the casualties were spared in George's rampage, a lot of people were both evacuated, and the people that were left here, you only see a handful of people running away, most of them jumping into vehicles and speeding off in different directions. So there isn't a lot of like people presence here anymore. It seems either right after it hit or short, like in the moments since you've been watching, people have just been fleeing.
How do we look as a team? Are people injured?
think this should properly. I think everybody's kind of okay.
Looks like we're okay.
Mostly okay, yeah.
Yeah, mostly okay. Where is Maddox right now?
Maddox is back
Back
at
to his
hangar.
house.
Back at his
Actually,
house.
not at the hangar, back at the house, because you dropped him off there. Ambrose. Technically, you dropped him off there with the car, and then blipped away, having handed him the keys while he was sitting in the passenger seat.
Okay. I just look at everybody and just start talking in my character. I do.
And it begins right
and it
now.
These are the ideas. I feel a need to do something about what's happening, but I do not wish to abandon any of you. How do we leave from here?
We go back the way we came. This place is going to be crawling with government agents soon. There ain't nothing we can do now.
I believe
Then
we
we
actually
should-
drove some of the way here in a stolen Humvee. The commandeered.
Then we should make haste.
Do you all head back the way you came? Get into the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you continue, it's not a very long walk to get. You pull up on one of the roads that, as you're kind of in this area, you realize there were a lot more roads coming to and from this place than you realized. Like a lot of sneaky infrastructure for this that's very conspicuously not the normal roads you associate with the Highborn Forest. You make it to your Humvee. The Deb is commandeered. Veronica is back in the town, which you could eventually go get, right? But at the moment, I think that's where you left it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, do you all drive back to the hangar, or do you just generally head back towards Beeman?
I've got to get Veronica out of there. It's
Okay.
gonna hurt to get her with us, but
Yeah, let's focus on getting our resources back together.
Deb, first give me an act under pressure roll to. Right now, you're under the gun, right? Because you know that you're in if the evacuation order has been given and they're trying to get everybody the fuck out so they can reevaluate. And then if Cam is right and they're about to surge back in, you've got a beat here where you might be able to get there in time to get the car and get the fuck out without being seen, right? So throw me an act under pressure roll, obviously with driving.
All right.
Damn.
Huge.
What's your extra benefit?
I can either choose to do what I wanted and something extra, or do what I wanted to absolute perfection. And since the goal is to get the hell out of here with Veronica, I think I will choose, and everyone else, obviously, I think I will choose to do that with absolute perfection.
Okay.
Woohoo.
So with absolute perfection, I think building off of this, right? Because the goal is to get the car and get there before anyone else. So Cam, no roll required for you. But I do want just give me a sharp roll. Not an investigate a mystery necessarily or read a bad situation. Just sharp.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cam.
Heck yeah, free
As you get back to
experience.
Veronica.
Holy shit, that's at a minus. That's a -1. I rolled an 11.
Nice. Okay. This was to.
Nice.
There are 3 bugs that have been planted on the car. one that's next to the engine, one that's behind the rear license plate, and one that's in one of the wheel wells.
Well, no, that's just lazy.
Yeah.
They really think I wasn't gonna find the. Come on.
Yeah, but if they had put a fourth.
I still would have found it.
Right, because from their perspective, without having any OPSEC or any like idea, everything was fucking chaos, right? But they do know that this random truck appeared, right? That isn't. They don't know what's going on with it, so they clearly have like the idea seems to have been okay, cool. Well, if the driver isn't here, rather than take the vehicle, leave the vehicle and see if they lead us back to whoever they are, right? Since it's the only lead they have on you. But you successfully skim the car, strip all of the bugs out.
You feel the need to remind you, just in case, that I did actually call them on a sat phone, and so they
Yep.
know. Okay, yeah, you remember.
I think they just don't associate the truck with you, right?
I'm sorry, I did not get any of that because you are still robot-y for me. I don't know if it's just me or if it's everybody or.
I hear
A
a
little
little
roboty for me as well.
Okay.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi's just been awful.
Awesome.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, I can hear you. It's just
Or my
it's still.
body.
Yep. It's just robot. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's anything they can. Oh.
Testing.
Hello.
Yeah.
About the same.
Yeah. Not any better, not any worse.
Is our Discord server set to wherever you are?
I don't know.
If you, oh geez, I forgot where to even check that.
I think it's in like the server settings, like your channel settings.
Oh, I used to know where the packet thing was. Fuck is it?
That sounded clean. I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't worry about
It'll sound clean occasionally, and then it won't anymore. And it's just because our Wi-Fi is being particularly bad. It's being bad all the time now, but been particularly bad last.
Can you
couple
do internet over power line?
No. Where do you change where the server is from? you know what? We'll just carry on, and then the second I let my guard down, I'll get robotic again, and then I'll figure out something when that happens. Or at this point, just start like signal boosting from my phone to see if that is somehow better than from my fucking router.
But
What
it's
was
worth
I-
working really well lately.
Great. Look, I'll let my guard down. It'll get robotic. It'll be doing something important. I'll get pissed about it. It'll be great. We'll have a great time. So what the fuck was I even talking about?
The bugs,
Bugs.
in Veronica.
Right. Yeah, it's probably this was some kind of trying to do like a catch and release kind of thing. If only because they don't know Veronica, they do know you are involved, but they probably don't think that you're the one who slammed a truck into them. Though they may eventually figure that out, right? If only because you guys weren't particularly
Probably.
stealthy.
No.
So yeah, you get Veronica. It seems like a lot of the Jeeps and Humvees, there's a couple that have been left, but most of them have been clearly like evacuated. The ones that can still drive. There's 2 of them that are completely destroyed that were in the center where he shot. Working out, gang.
We should probably head back to the hangar. I'm going to need to start packing. And by packing, I mean I'm going to need to put the boxes back in Veronica. That's really about it.
Is the hangar safe?
Probably for now. It'll take him a while to triangulate where I was calling from, and that's probably not quite as high priority as their whole base getting smoked. So
My apartment is not safe. They know where I live. They likely know where all of us live.
Then we might as well pick the penthouse.
It's all right with me. Do we have 2 vehicles now, right? The Humvee and then Veronica. Are we ditching the Humvee?
Well,
we probably should.
probably at some point.
Man, do I not wanna?
It's definitely not something we can keep.
What if we drive it somewhere crazy and leave it?
You'll just drive it into the forest, the dark forest.
Yeah, you know.
The worst that happens is it comes to life in a Christine situation.
You're currently about an hour away from Beeman Bay, so there's like a lot of forest between there and there, right?
Wow, I'm surprised I'm allowed out this far.
Uh-huh.
I book it. No, I'm kidding.
You immediately hit a glass wall.
You hit the fucking dome from Cabin in the Woods.
Every time you
jump the
think about
ravine.
it, it turns on.
Yeah, you jump the ravine and slam directly into it.
You take off running north. You think you've definitely made it until you approach us in front of you and just continue that loop over and over and over again.
No, 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 no.
So, with all of that information in mind, we'll switch to more of a like fast forward kind of separate montage, right? As we panel all the montages. What does everybody do with like at this point it's probably about 1 a.m. Actually, I think by the time you get back it's like 2 or 3. All of this shit has happened, right? You've been kind of balls to the wall since you woke up yesterday. And the day before that was Thunderbird shit. So like
Little hot week.
yeah. What's everybody's plan? Like, what is everybody or do some people just go home and sleep, right? There's been some, suggestions that the places that you live aren't safe anymore.
Is
Sam
there
is clearly making moves.
is there power in the city right now?
Not yet, no. No
Ooh.
cell reception either yet.
Okay. Does that change our plan of where we want to be? Because we can walk the stairs to the top of my apartment building.
Well, I mean, Deb's going back home to keep an eye
Right.
on Maddox. Like,
Mm.
being away from him for a couple hours after the George issue has been mitigated, if not resolved, is fine. But I don't think hearing that, FBC might be coming,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna feel comfortable leaving him alone.
I will ask, Deb, do you feel like you can protect him on your own? Do you need company?
Well, I'm fairly confident that we'll be all right. Well, I'm fairly confident that he'll be all right. How interested they are in me, I mean, my face has shown up in quite a few places. I don't know. Obviously, everybody's welcome that wants to come, but it might make more sense if we all try and find a new spot to camp out. I've got to imagine we're all on their radar screen in one way or another.
Then I will leave Maddox in your care. I don't think I can leave the city in the dark like this, knowing what has just been unleashed. There's still people out there that could use help. If anyone needs me, just text. Wait, are phones working?
We covered that a second ago.
Okay, no power, no phones. Hey, look, good luck.
No, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense that in game we're constantly reminding Amaros that no, the phones don't work, man.
Don't work.
To be fair, I think we would all be having that problem too. Like, how often does your phone not work?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
not
like,
working.
We're gonna be
It's
pulling
not
out our
only
phones
did
all
your
the time
phones-
and going like, "Shit, fuck!"
Not only did your phones not work if you recall, some of your phones literally slagged themselves. Like they battery burst up and melted the back of it.
Some of my backup phones were destroyed this way too.
Yeah. Well, that's most of our problem. You're hard on phones.
That's why some of us have sat phones. Of course, can't really keep using that thing, so.
I'd like to try to cast a divination again on George to see if I can scry on him. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta pull up my notes. I have like a minus 3 right now. I gotta double check. Yeah, -3. Okay. Woohoo! I'll take another wound. I'm bleeding into this scrying bowl every time. This fucking thing sucks. I got it at a fucking thrift store.
Yeah, you see what looks like it's still nighttime. Though you see you're kind of looking over his shoulder as he seems to be sitting on a bench looking out at, first you think it must be the bay, but you realize no, that like the sand isn't right. That's just a beach, like an actual beach. And you can't really triangulate where specifically. But you see him just sitting. His head is back, eyes are closed. You don't see him glowing anymore. He looks much like he did the first time you scryed on him. He also doesn't seem to be aware of you in the same way that he was previously. If you remember when you tried this before, he knew immediately that you were there.
And he like grabbed me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he grabbed you and pulled you to him.
I guess I've got. This is. You know what? Hold on. Is this a new creature right now? If I'm looking at him, can I determine like monster phenomenon mystical effect? Like, is this a human right now, or is it still definitely the like spell on him?
So I'll give you. Technically, it wouldn't work, but I'll give you a half answer here because I do
That's fair.
think there is enough that's different that it triggers a little bit, right? And the half answer is that on the axis of where he was when you first saw him, where he seemed like, like maybe a split between this other thing and a person, it seems like the math might be leaning more towards a person, right? Or not much magically going on, more mundane. It's that metric, right, is a little wishy-washy. So you can't necessarily gauge for sure. But there's definitely something substantively in a magical sense different about him right now. Besides the fact that he's not, glowing with holy light. Makes sense?
Yeah. Amoros,
Yes.
do you think you could take me to George?
I could try.
I think that he may be dying, and if he is, I don't want him to be alone.
Well, I did say I was going to help someone. I need to go there first because I don't know where he is, but I can go to him and then I can come back and try to bring you to a place I have been.
Baller.
Yeah.
So, Amaros, as you try to make this jump, it's strange because you have a very clear idea of this person. You've talked to them multiple times, right? You literally physically saw them. You've interacted with them. All of the criteria that should allow you to simply be near someone, right? If you can remember them, you have always been able to simply be next to someone, right? If you so desired. You try to grasp the details, George, that would allow you to do this, and it's like it's slipping from your mind. It's maybe it's the face. I mean, George was kind of a name. He said his name was George, but maybe he was named something. There must be something about him you're not remembering that would maybe let you do. But you should. I mean, you've done this with people who you didn't know super well, right? You met him, and yet as you like try several times, right? It's one of the first times you've ever had where it's not like there's a resistance because you've experienced that. You've experienced a pushback or an active force not trying, like, actively stopping you from doing this thing. Here, it feels more like you simply cannot recall enough of the person to get there.
Is that more is that like how like our memories of people were being removed previously? Is it like that?
I don't think you would have any way of knowing, right? Because like I actually no, I think it's not like that. It's not like there's with that, it was like an absolute, right? Like somebody's last name disappeared. And to you, that was always how it was, except for Harlow, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
That's all I
you
needed.
can
That's
tell
clear.
that
That's
the
clear for
details
me.
are murky. Yeah.
Yeah. I say, I look at you, Harlow, after trying a bit, and I say, I'm sorry. I think whatever was George is fading. Faded.
Okay. That's fine. Everything dies.
I think, for whatever difference this may make for you, I think what George was a part of, I think they notice. And for George, that will likely be enough.
Good.
Okay. Anything else with that line of inquiry, Harlow? While we're still in the night of.
I think I stay up the rest of the night, but
Mhm.
just in meditation.
Okay.
I'm doing craft work all night.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll go down the list then of everyone else. Let's start with you, Awkward. What's that
Which-
night look like?
At this point, the phones haven't come back on, right?
No, there's no
Then
cell
I
service.
do not
so
feel
when you
safe
go,
alone. Who is hosting me?
Yeah.
Want to
That's
hang
a
out
good
at my
quest.
place?
I haven't been to your place yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Awkward.
I am, chilling with him.
What are you doing in the background while Harlow goes into the Mind Palace?
It's not like that actually. I mean, he's factually working. He's
Yeah.
putting his kit back together because it got fucked up.
Sorry,
you
let me
doing-
rephrase. While Harlow's in his happy place.
Are you at any point doing divination?
Not anymore that night.
Okay.
Yeah. He'll
Okay.
probably explain that while interacting with George like borrowed power, and he kind of says like that power isn't mine to give away. I've got to work it back.
Yeah, no, then I'll constantly be checking my phone. Well, wait, all my phones are burned up. Never mind.
Well, no.
Uh,
Like if you stop by your spare motel room, like the ones
Oh,
that
fair,
were not
yeah.
on, right, are fine.
Yeah.
It was only the ones that were actively on and connected to some kind of cellular signal. That this
It's
happened.
interesting because I doubt the backups I brought in my backpack would have been on, but I'll allow it. Yeah, no. So I'll pick up a spare and then I'll just constantly be checking for it to come back on just like every couple minutes
Mhm.
and probably fall asleep because I'm a little directionless right now, so I don't think using my powers would like benefit in any like
Mhm.
real substantive way.
hmm
Okay.
But yeah, I fall asleep with the phone in it.
What about you, Deb? You there, Adam?
Speaking to myself because I was muted. Deb is back at home, presumably to find Maddox either asleep or unable to sleep until Deb gets home, and so knowing that someone else is there.
I think it's the latter. It's that like he desperately needs to sleep. He is so tired,
right.
spiritually, emotionally, mentally. He's fried. But you're right. It's the you can't let the vigilance down until there's somebody to man the door. You
Yeah.
know.
And so
And actually, Deb, I think you realize like you enter into the front door and he's asleep by the time you get to his room.
right.
You realize he wasn't a second ago.
Yeah.
You could see he fell asleep like curled around his switch, like is not at all in a comfortable position.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll spend some time reloading weapons, checking the house, checking the perimeter, and then I will start going through my stash of burner phones to see if I can find one that is working. If I can, right, I will reach out to Cocaine Cop just to try and gather some intel. And if I've got a phone that's working, the first thing I would do is call whatever like burner phone number I have for him. But if that doesn't work under these circumstances, I'd actually call the main switchboard and just leave a bullshit name and ask for Sergeant Obegard.
Yeah. I think you doing the switchboard method, you get a hold of him. He sounds fucking haggard. Probably hasn't had a bump, which is the kind of night where he'd really like one.
Well, I tell him, hey, like, I've got no specific ask. Like, I'm just calling looking for information, right? You sound awful, right? If you need a helping hand, you should swing by.
All right. My shift's supposed to end at like 5 or 6 a.m.
Okay, well, I
So-
mean, you sound awful. Sounds like you
Yeah.
could use a little pick me up.
Okay, maybe
What sort of call
stop
do I need
by.
to put in that you would respond to?
All right, I'll be there soon. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, just
Hangs
like
up.
here. I mean, here's the name I gave. Right, fill in whatever bullshit report you need to. Right, for this person. Right, and head out and show up here, and you'll feel
Okay,
better after you
yep.
leave than you do when you show up.
Sure. Okay. I'll be there in a second. You can hear a substantial amount of like background talk and people talking to each other and a lot of like movement, and it does seem legitimately like he might just be huddled up around his desk.
Right.
Like huddled head down, like
Yeah.
just talking into the phone. Okay. He hangs up. I think it takes about 30 minutes before you like, I think standard protocol is he pulls up and doesn't get out of the car. He doesn't like turn on lights or turn on anything. He just sits, waits for you to notice him.
Yeah, I'll go out, just get in the passenger seat of his car.
Yeah,
Long
I
night?
forgot your phone probably fucked.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Here, I figure this will help you out a little bit, and I hand him a vial of cocaine.
Sure, great. This actually helps a lot. Okay. are you up to?
No, wait, hold on 1 second. You still got some in your mustache.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
that's
right.
that's much better.
Yeah. More receptive. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I assume you need something.
This is the one time I do not. This evening has been weird enough. I
Is
just figured I'd
Just
call.
a social call.
Well, not a social call. Take it easy.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
I just wanted to check in, see if you're okay, see if you've got any information that you think might be of interest.
Yeah. So like, the official story is a solar flare, but it's not that, right? Like, that might be the official word, but there are 4 of us. 5 technically, or pretty sure it's not a fucking solar flare.
I
If
would
that's not
say
what you're
that I would
referring
say
to,
that
what are
is
you
a
referring
a
to?
good instinct on your part.
Right. And also the Fed was here, like a lot of the Fed, and they did checkpoints, which happened at the same time as the solar flare. So okay. I've asked you straight before.
I'm doing the
but
best to hang in there with you,
this-
Cody, but we're back to robot land.
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
what's crazy is the ping says it's fine.
Right. Well, and I mean, it seems like the right thing to do under these circumstances. It seems like just give it like a minute or two, and it seems to resolve
Mhm.
itself for a good, 10, 20 minutes. That seems to be the cycle. That
Right.
seems reasonable.
Yeah, I'll wait for the ping drop. Testing. Nope. Ping's still high. How about now?
Sounded pretty good.
It seems to have gone down a little. Can everybody hear me? I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, you sound pretty
Hey.
Great. This will last another 10 minutes.
good.
Okay. He asks you, Deb, which is
Mhm.
also, this might trigger it to go wrong again. The second I ramp up into anything, now I've got like my hackles up.
But
He asks you, is this a special circumstances thing?
well,
Like, I know you're in that shit somehow.
and if I were in that shit, which I would neither confirm nor deny, do you think that I would volunteer that information to you?
No, but
I mean, if you look, it'll be much less expensive for me if we change this relationship to one where we exchange information for information. But it seems to me that the relationship that you wanted and works best for you is that we exchange information for cocaine.
Okay, that'll work. I think I want the cocaine more than answers.
Yeah, I mean,
So what else? Yeah.
right. I'm easy either way, but I think this is what has been working best for you. It's probably easier for you to ascertain information from other places than to ascertain high quality, untraceable cocaine.
Yeah, sure.
So that said, right, you know, as I have acknowledged, right, your instincts are correct. This probably is not a solar flare, right? What do you know about when the power grid may be coming back on? What do you know about all the feds that are rolling around? Have they tried to coordinate with y'all at all? Also, unrelated, I think I might just have to roll y'all at all into my general vocabulary because that's a lot of fun to say.
Powerful. Yeah, I think he says, best we've been told, they're sending in somebody to help, somebody federal. And they say by mid-morning.
All right. When they say help, do you know what it is that they are going to need help with? Are they just planning on bringing in more people power to help bring back evacuees and get things back to normal? Or are there additional operations that they plan on undertaking here? Or is it all secret to the police department and you've just been informed that people are going to be coming and you need to stay out of their way?
Mixture. Most of it's secret. They're letting on is probably not real.
Excellent. Well, look, I do appreciate it. You have been an excellent source of information, and unlike a lot of informants, been relatively friendly through the whole process. And I just want you to know that I noticed that, and I appreciated it.
Yeah, that's fine, but I need to digest the fact that you called me an informant, and you're not wrong.
Well, here's something that here's something
tough.
here's something that may help it
Yeah.
go down easier. Have a nice night, and I'll get out and I will pat the backpack that I am leaving on the passenger seat that has 2 big packages of cocaine in it. Like
Yeah.
he can have himself a nice party.
Like a kilo.
Yeah.
Just a brick of cocaine in a backpack.
Yeah, a couple bricks in the backpack. And so who knows? He might not be going back to the police department ever.
Yeah, he's gone.
Right.
Yeah, he he's parked for another like minute or two and then eventually drives off.
Yeah, I'll take the opportunity to do a loop of the exterior of the house and then go back in and go into that like half sleep, half trance because I need to sleep too, but I can't be completely off alert. So
yeah, you've got like the chair by the front door.
Yep.
Well, really, it's the chair in the living room, right? It's that like classic like cozy knitting chair. The difference is you've got a gun in the side of it. You've got like You've
Right.
got it set up so it's super easy to jump up from.
Yeah, no, I mean, I probably have knitting needles in hand and something on my
Mhm.
lap, but it's just there to conceal the 9mm.
Yep. Okay. All right. Amoros.
Hey,
What you doing with that night?
um, I want to check the city. Anybody that like did want to be in the penthouse can be. No problem with me. But I do want to. It's a big city. I move through it as swiftly as I can, but it's a lot of ground to cover.
Give me 3 kick some ass rolls, and we'll see what story that tells.
Okay.
Actually, give me 2 kick some ass rolls, 1 act under pressure, and a 4th kick some ass. Or sorry, a 3rd kick some ass. So 4 rolls total.
Okay. I'm gonna kick ass. I do.
Fuck.
I do
Okay,
quite well.
next.
Okay.
I didn't know
next.
they go that high.
Next. Don't worry. Let's see how low they. Okay, it did go down, but that's okay. We take it. Another kick some ass. Okay, it's good. And then you want a act under pressure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
It's just that easy.
When you're
so
blessed, what can you say?
Your strategy is you've walked nearly every part of the city, right? And especially part of the perimeter. So your strategy, right, is okay, well, they're coming from the forest if they're coming, right? And if you've been everywhere, you just constantly be jumping from one to the next, right? Like blip, 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 blip. So I think with the first one, you see at the edge of the forest. First, you see the red eyes, and then you see many pairs of red eyes. And you, before they can really do much of anything, there is a raccoon, a squirrel, a deer, and a bird that all have red eyes and all come swarming at you to attack you. They can't really hurt you in any way because you have too much fucking armor. And at some point, you do just like you realize pretty quickly, oh, they're either possessed or they're evil or something's going on here. And so you dispatch them. You can describe for me if you want to what that looks like.
I think it's like most of them are aggressive, and then there's one that's like cute.
Yeah, it's like
right. Yeah, it's like giving up. It's like no. And I'll banish it instead, so it just has to leave.
Off into the forest, making any. Second one, you're going to take 3 harm as you range a little farther, right? Because you don't see anything. That was in the first hour. You saw that. You expand your circle to some of the roads outside of town. At this point, you're kind of just like this is a little bit of the active pressure roll at the end, right? You're just closing your eyes and letting yourself be taken places a little bit, right? Like just being like, I'm jumping to random places. I trust that I will be there when I need to be there, right? I trust I will be somewhere to handle something.
Yeah, the path will.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course.
You end up at a campsite on the second one, and you can see there is clearly a couple of people in a tent. You realize this might be one of the campsites where one of the burning pieces of paper sites were in the King Arthur case. Seeing the basically back behind the tent, you see a large figure with horns, and they are like looming over. And as their eyes look up to you, you see it. We would say it's close to something like a minotaur, but it is fucked up and like far ganglier and more like sickly, like somewhere between a minotaur and like the classical depictions of a Wendigo. That one deals harm to you. You do eventually kill it. And in your battle, the people in the tent, like basically while you're fighting, they jump in the truck that is parked a little ways away and just fuck the hell off, right? Like they're not staying to be like, what's going on with that thing? No, they see the monster, and that's enough for them to respond with, leave all our shit, get in the car, go. You see, it was a kid and two parents. But yeah, you stand. What does it look like when you dispatch this thing?
I think right, we deforest a bit of this forest area. I think it hits me with a tree, like it just picks it up and hits me with it.
Yeah.
I think in the end, oh yeah, if it's a minotaur, I think it ends up like goring me with its horn, but it's close enough that I'm able to. It's like desperate, right? He's like he could kill me, so I feed it to the bag.
You open the drawstring, and it's like as the power roils over it, right? You see bits of it flaking away with a bit of like licks of like white fire as it tries to pull back from you, but you grasp the horn, right, as it's stuck in you so that it cannot get its head away. And in the basically from its head down, by the time the head, vanishes and the corpse drops down, it's still flaking away, but it's dead, right? The horns disintegrate as they're pulled into your bag. The third one is I made a table and I'm pressing a random button for this. The third one is you are on a road, and suddenly you're on a road, one of the many roads that you've driven mostly in the passenger seat with Death, right? In and around the Hybor Forest. And you see a car racing towards you. It's still a ways off, but its speed is moving. It's going to hit you fairly quickly. And behind it, you see what looks like the kind of ethereal specter of, you realize, probably a mammoth. It's hard to tell because you can see the bone, and it's moving incredibly fast. It seems to be chasing this car.
I whipped past, and I'm like, well, that's not right.
First, the car whips by, right? You dive out of the way. Mammoth races by you right after. As you pull up and you're like looking at it, like the side, we follow like Amros's camera view and see that it is see-through in multiple places. What do you do about the mammoth?
The mammoth? The ghost mammoth?
The ghost mammoth.
The ghost mammoth? I mean, I wrangle it.
Yeah.
I wrangle that thing. I think I like I lash my like magic to it, trying to like pull it to me, but it drags me, and so I go bouncing behind it for a while. I think before I'm able to like actually catch my feet and like yank it to the ground. I think that one actually goes surprisingly easy. Like that one maneuver cracks it down, and I'm able to get rid of it.
And I think you would have taken harm, right, from scraping the road, but you don't because of your armor. Just from getting pulled along for a moment, bounced on the road a couple times, right? But you, like, as you pull it down, right, you first bring its head down and kind of almost slam it down onto the pavement. It doesn't seem to have any. You don't even hear like a sound. and as it hits its side, the head makes contact with the pavement. It puffs into mist.
Kind of you get up, brush yourself off a little bit, just breathe just a breath of relief, and then just kind of look up around, see where the next path takes.
Yeah, I think that. So one of the first of these, right? The I had to stretch. Yeah, the first of your fights was, I think, at about 3 a.m. And it's almost like every hour since then, right? Ending with the last one, the mammoth here at 5 a.m. And I think you don't, nothing else, you're not drawn anywhere else, but you do spend your night just constantly, stepping from place to place to place to place. From the outside perspective, right? What does it look like when Amros is doing this many rapid teleportations in sequence?
I think right as because right, it's he's crossing thresholds, right?
Mhm.
I think it's like as he to his perspective, right, like a doorway kind of opens, right, a archway or opening of a kind. I think when it's moving a lot like this, as he's opening one, like the next one can almost be seen as he then enters the new space. So it's like you kind of almost get a glimpse of what's beyond the horizon as he's moving between them.
Cool. Okay, that is your night, Amros. And last but not least, Cam. I know you're headed back to the hangar.
Yes. I was messing with something, so I was facing away from my microphone.
What else
Yeah,
you do with your night?
Cam heads back to the hangar, starts loading stuff into boxes, starts loading boxes into Veronica. Pulls out a my chair is breaking, like the hydraulics that go up and down. I thought I fixed it, but it didn't stick. Looks down at his keychain at a key he has not used yet, and it's just like, well, I guess now's as good a time as any. And is going to the viewers, I guess we would say, would see him drive just out of town to a fairly sizable little estate. Pull in through the gate. Yeah, it's me. Exchange a few things with somebody who then leaves. I needed to spend experience, so I'm gaining a haven. I've lost my home, so I got a new one, a real one this time.
What tags does the hangar?
It's not tags; it is 2 options, and if I remember correctly, the options I went with are. Well, I gotta look up their exact names. Tome of Mysteries. No, wrong one. One of them I want to say is like an oubliette. I think it's called. It's literally an oubliette. Yeah, one is an oubliette, and the other is the protection spells. My place is locked down.
Yeah, I think the grounds that you have bought, right? This dilapidated, old estate. That the main house on this lot, right, and the house you're looking for, is what's basically like the groundskeeper's house. It's the size of a regular house, right? But compared to the sort of larger mansion, which it's probably not a true mansion. It's like a like several townhouses shoved together. And yeah, have this. I think you can let me know what form the oubliette takes, but oubliette is functionally like an interdimensional pocket, right? Or like it's bigger on the inside kind of thing, right? So
And it's
you can let
isolated
me.
from every kind of monster, spirit, and magic that you know about. Anything that you
Yep.
stash here can't be found, can't do any magic, and can't get out. It's a bigger version of Veronica's cage.
Oh, I know what I think this is. You know of this place and have arranged it and been working on it because you know that there is a essentially living cellar in the bottom of the groundskeeper's like house, basically. And by living, I mean like it functions a little bit like in Doom Patrol, the town, or not the town. First it's the street, then it's the town. I can't remember what its name is. But like a living street, right? This is a living room, such as it is, which is how it is so isolated from everything, because it's kind of a reality unto itself in there, right? It doesn't have a lot of a personality currently because there hasn't been anybody living in it, but it was one of the ducks that you were, feeding or told to just keep an eye on it occasionally, right? Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beyond that, once Veronica is parked, he will head back into town, trying to wait for cell service to come back up because he needs to message Ghoul, but he's going to check in with the he's going to check in with Benjamin and the Dinglehopper crew. It's a little less important to check in with Mort because Mort is a ghost. It's unlikely. We'll check in with Mort last. It's unlikely anything's going to hurt a ghost, but you know what? Just in case. Or maybe Mort knows about strange bodies that have come in, and Cam can still sort of do what Cam does.
Yeah, I think the report you get as you kind of sound off is that the Dinglehopper Collective seems to largely be uninterested or unaware that George was doing anything. Which
That's
it makes you realize one of them kind of mentioned George potentially, right?
Wow, there's a bunch of different. I might end up changing one of those options because there are options for the expert haven that I did not even know existed because they must have been in other things.
The oubliette is a pretty strong one as far as it goes.
Oubliette is staying.
It's one of the strongest. But yeah, the Dinglehopper Collective has been harassing the Mishipeshu as they're like leaving. Just playing pranks on them, fucking with them. And they're very excited to tell you all about it. Benjamin, for his part, just kept his head down. Pretty much the moment he left you, he went to ground, hid in one of his places of power, and he's fine. Mort seems more confused than usual and more disorganized than usual and doesn't have a lot to say. It doesn't look like any bodies have gone through the morgue. So it's potentially possible that the FBC, right, is either handling their own at the moment, or just that because some essential services aren't on yet, they haven't like decided to fill this morgue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Else.
Honestly, hidden sounds like exactly what I wanted out of protection spells.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. We can figure that out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, like just checking on all the other ducks, and I mean, it's Cam's exhausted as much as Cam wants to do what Omeros is doing and make sure everybody's okay and track down things that Cam has dealt with in the past. Cam's exhausted, so
yeah. Okay.
Even with the new haven, definitely goes to sleep in the cab of Veronica. Like pulls into the garage, lays down on the bench seat, goes to sleep.
Okie dokie. One last thing on this night. You there, Awkward?
Yes.
Yeah, you finally get to bed. Where are you sleeping at Harlow's place? Like, are you on the couch or?
Yeah, I probably fell
At
asleep on the
Harlow.
couch.
My couch is a pullout.
Yeah. Yeah, you fall asleep pretty fast once I mean Harlow is Harlow probably turned off most of the lights other than the ones that are around the area.
Just the fairy lights.
Yeah. It just leaves the fairy lights on.
Yeah.
Awkward, you find yourself in that same manner at that same table, sitting across from it now appears to you. It looks like the spitting image of your father, though a father that really never was. Maybe what your father wished that he was, right?
I'm so sorry, Cody. It's really hard to keep track of what's happening right now.
Mhm.
The robot voice.
Yeah, I figured.
I see an image of my father, what looks like my father, right? Oh,
Okay.
hey, that's better.
Ah.
Now I'm on my phone on 5G.
Woo, that's what I've had to do in the past.
I'm on my earbuds, so we're just gonna have to go with this since I can't
Okay.
trust Wi-Fi because it's a traitor. Okay. Awkward. You can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Okay. You are sitting at that familiar table in that familiar kind of manner in its heyday. And across from you it's wearing the same clothing, that same tidy suit that it was before, but it looks like your father. Though you realize it's like your father if as he wishes he was. Much broader, more straight backed, more just casually wealthy, wearing his wealth with a lot less like self consciousness and desperation. He leans forward, folding his fingers together, and you see he has multiple rings, including a few of some of the family heirlooms you recognize. And he says, "So, Auckland, you've done very well.
Do I get a prize?
Yes, actually.
Oh, wow. I was being a dick, but okay.
What is it that you want?"
Gosh, well, I'm kind of torn between being able to leave this goddamn town and some fucking answers.
Well, unfortunately, you can't have the former.
Well, consolation prize it is.
Before we proceed along that, I think it's useful for me to explain to you your options.
Mm-hmm.
You have fed me well, quite well, and your dealings with the whatever that was had an unintended side effect that was also beneficial for me. So I am aware of more than I was now. I can tell you that those the FBC is their name.
Sure.
They're going to come for you.
Huh.
They know about our association,
Uh-huh.
and they don't like me very much.
Oh, I wonder.
Now you can ask. If that flavored your boon, I figured I would just let you know for free.
Well, I suppose the first question, and this does not count, but how many questions do I get?
I think that largely depends, Auckland.
On that doesn't count either.
On what it is that you are asking. I can also say that in lieu of questions, you could ask me to use my power on your behalf. Well, really, it's our power. You just borrow it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable I am with that solution.
Sure.
We can stick to questions. I guess the first, what is this?
What is what specifically?
This whole thing between us, because I wasn't given a book. Nobody
Oh.
explained to me what was going on or what was happening. I'll just all of a sudden I start seeing things that I don't want to see, and now I'm stuck in a town that I don't want to be in, fixing shit that I don't want to be a part of.
Your family made a deal.
Okay.
That's all.
With
Well, something to be sure.
very illuminating.
I-
Thank you.
Honestly, don't know. Before your family made the deal, I was not a thinking thing. So maybe they made the deal with me.
And what are you?
I don't really know for certain.
Huh.
I am the deal that you made.
You mean the deal that was made on my behalf?
Well, your family made it,
Mm-hmm.
and you benefit from it.
So, how about this? In terms of the angel that we just encountered, are you more or less powerful?
Different.
What's your goal? Why are you using me?
Initially, I did not have much of a goal other than my survival. You helped me to survive.
Great. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me.
Well, I'm here to help now.
Help you or help me?
Both are rather the same.
I don't know if our goals are necessarily aligned.
Oh, that's fine. Like I said, my goal is broadly survival. It was close there. Your family forgot. Some of the others didn't, but time had elapsed. We became multiple things. But you helped me consolidate a little bit, and now I understand a little bit more.
What do you understand? What have you learned?
Well, I've learned that this city, the one you find yourself living in, Beeman Bay, is integral to what I am and to my survival.
How so?
Why do you think it is that I helped you save it?
You know, I'm wondering that myself because I don't
If
think it's for benevolent purposes.
Well, if there is nobody here, if there are no more families to come,
And
if
I'm
all of your
feed on.
families leave, well, not feed on necessarily. There's just nothing left for me to be. It's over.
Where do you
And
draw
why
your,
would I want it
Sorry,
to
go
be over?
where do you draw your power from?
Sacrifice.
Are we talking like moral sacrifices or like physical ones?
Both.
Oh, great. Great. What has my involvement been in these sacrifices? Is anyone dead because of me?
Oh, no, 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 no. I found a different arrangement with your family.
What arrangement is that?
Well, mostly for a while there, I stayed alive by feeding on their misery. Then
Oh,
you came along.
and it was an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Well, you had the kind of mind that I could speak with easier.
My family home. Not that I have any desire to, but why can't I go in it?
Oh, because I don't want you to.
Why? What's in there?
I'm not going to answer that one.
Of course. How long are you going to keep me here hostage?
In this room or in this town?
In this town?
Until you die.
Why?
Because I need you.
Well, if you think you get any heirs that you can feed on, you're dead wrong. And you'll die with me.
That is a problem. And I'm considering solutions.
What do these solutions look like?
No, don't worry about that.
Shocker.
More to the point, Awkward. You have used our power quite successfully, I think. And you have given me much. So, what do you want? Obviously, apart from leaving.
I want the name of what you are.
Can't give you that
Why?
because it doesn't serve my interests.
Mm. It's interesting that I can serve your interests, but you can't serve mine.
Well, that's part of the deal you made.
I didn't make a deal. The deal was made on my behalf. Thought I made that very clear.
He smiles, shakes his head. That smile you never saw in your father. That's like the first moment where you're like, oh yeah, no, he got it wrong there, right? As he says, Awkward, you don't have to be petulant. Do you want to be a king here?
I don't have to be petulant. You must not know me.
What do you want? How can I make your life easier? What can I do for you?
You can stop gatekeeping some of this information that I'm asking for.
Awkward, you would use that information to kill me, so why should I give it to you?
Who said kill you?
We both know you would.
Or would I use it to break this connection?
That's the same thing, Awkward.
Mm.
So I ask again, what can I give you? You can consider yourself stuck with me if you want to, but what is it I can do for you? You've taken plenty of luck. Do you want more? Do you want more money?
You must think so little of me to think that cash can persuade me. Sure, I like money,
I
but it's not what I'm after.
I know you want to leave. I'm trying to offer you solutions to you're choosing to live in a motel, Awkward.
I don't know. Maybe
Don't
this is
you want
family
a house?
home.
Don't you want to live? I mean, you can't have Awkward's penthouse, but you could have, or not Awkward. You can't have Amros's penthouse, but you can have the one directly below it. Is that what you want?
No.
Do you want more power?
No.
Do you want me to handle this FBC problem for you?
No.
I can keep them out.
No. You seem scared of them for some reason. I think I'd like them around.
Awkward, if they find you, they're going to put you in a room and never let you out.
Will it be outside of Beeman Bay?
Probably not.
Nah.
Awkward, you don't have to be spiteful. Ask for what you want. We're talking now. I haven't asked much of you recently.
If an entity stronger than yourself was using you for their own wants and not illuminating to what those wants could lead to, something that may be counter to your values, do you think that that is something you wouldn't be spiteful towards?
I don't personally have any association with the question.
Mm. Great, so you don't even feel guilt
Why would I?
because you're incapable, apparently.
I'm not human. I am no more and no less than everything your family ever wished that they could be. Do you know what they asked me for?
No,
What
I
they
don't.
wanted? Look,
Let me guess. Riches, wealth, power.
no, just luck.
That
Silly,
ran out
right?
pretty quick, didn't it?
It did, but only because they forgot to listen. You didn't.
I didn't really have a choice, did I?
Okay, awkward. I won't keep you here anymore. I just wanted to try to have a discussion with you for the first time. I've talked at you, we've talked around each other. I just thought that you would want a more active role in this.
It's silly that you think you're still not talking around me.
I understand, but are you sure there's nothing that you want?
Oh, I got something.
Mm-hmm.
Can we actually fade to black on that?
Yeah,
Cool.
we can fade to black on that. I think we fade to black and we just see the last thing we see is his face as the smile curls up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's something I'll message you about.
Okay. At this point, we will go into more of a fast forward. We're going to cover the next few days. So I'll outline some of the events that are going to occur. And as I do, then you can respond with what you would want to be doing, as each thing triggers. And we'll move it along kind of in the form of a pseudo montage. But that morning at around 10:30 a.m. is when the power comes back on. At the same time, cell service is restored. And they can't do anything about the busted phones. And there is even though it is, I think, a Sunday, there is lines around the block at the Verizon store. There's a Verizon store and like a Cricket Wireless store downtown. And there are lines around the block of people going there to see if there is, phones that they can acquire. Anything anybody wants to do with their next day after all that shit happened?
I'll be in my library.
Okay.
I am messaging the ghoul.
Okay. The ghoul tells you essentially in coded language that the situation is too hot to speak right now. That
just-
he'll communicate. Go ahead.
My message is, when you have a chance, let me know what got loose. What are we looking for? I'll actually just ask, what are we looking for?
Okay. I don't think you then get a response from him on that first day.
Oh no, yeah,
But
like I said, whenever he
you
can
know,
be
yeah,
safe.
you know, you've done the equivalent of like dead dropping him the message, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anyone else?
Deb is going to, as soon as the electricity comes back on, Deb is going to do her best to check in with everybody, both to let them know
Mhm.
that she and Maddie are still alive, but also knowing that many of them remained actively involved in the situation, wants to make sure that everyone else is alive and well.
Yeah, I guess that's a good launching point for Amaros. It's like 6 a.m. when you get home. You're bloody, kind of fucked up.
I get a judgmental look from Artemis.
Mhm.
As I put some food down and say, "You don't even want to hear the half of it." Do I? I ostensibly had a cell phone at the time where cell phones were broken, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know that I have like a backup phone. That's not really. I don't
I
think that's
think
his jam.
I think you got either last year or the year before's like latest phone. Because Amaros occasionally like just goes and buys toys, basically.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, I
new
think I have,
phone.
I think I have a new phone.
Mhm.
But I don't think I have extra new phone. I think I just buy one when I need one.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have any text, but I had a plan, or at least I had an idea then. Whether it happens now or later, I was gonna
Mhm.
actually pop into. Oh, Adam, I forget your Deb. I was gonna pop into Deb's to make sure like Deb and Maddox are okay.
Yeah, perfect. I'm just curious, how many folding phones has Amaros bought and then just dropped when he realized the screen had a crease in it?
You mean like if something's wrong? Is that what you mean? Like
Right,
the screen
no,
is
like
wrong?
just like any of these modern like phones that fold, they all eventually develop like a crease where the fold is, right? And I
Oh, I
imagine,
gotcha.
I
Right.
imagine Amaros would be like, "Oh, that one's ruined."
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah,
Um,
yeah, I mean, I imagine Maddie is probably still sleeping. He's probably got a good 12 to 16 hours sleep in him at this point.
yeah, I think I apparate like at your door
Mhm.
and like knock on your front door.
Oh, yeah. Cool. And I open the door and am genuinely surprised that you didn't just apparate in the house. I'm like, oh, yeah.
He just
Oh,
apparated in the front driveway.
right.
Yep.
Oh, my God. You look terrible. Come on in.
Oh, it's not my blood. Well, some of it is.
Well,
I think some of it is ghost blood.
fair. As long as more of it's theirs than yours, you're probably in good shape.
How is Maddox? How are you?
I'm fine. Maddox seems fine. Is finally getting some of that sleep he needs so badly. Um, looks like things are going to be awfully hot here for a little while, though.
Hmm. Well, what do you think we should do?
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear from Maddie's father if he's got any explicit instructions, but otherwise, it's probably best we lay low. Um, I'm not sure what we should do about our association and teamwork, I'm mildly concerned that um, the more we continue that in the short term, the more we put a target on all of our backs. I mean, we each stand out a bit individually. Uh, we're going to stand out a lot more if we're all standing next to each other. You get my meaning?
Wise beyond your years.
Wasn't that the sweetest? Have a cookie. It's a snickerdoodle.
I take two.
Yeah.
As I say through bites, is do you think the others are awake?
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. It might be, I mean, I'll try people on the phone, but I imagine most people don't have working phones. We could go for a little road trip.
Hmm. You're driving.
If you say so. Maybe get some coffee.
Hmm. We should pick up coffee for everyone.
I know just the place. I'll head over to the beanery.
Harlow, do you think you're working today? If
No,
you're there.
yeah, he won't go in today because he has to stay for this ritual he's performing. He is going to be staying at home until the sun rises, which means he will miss the opening shift.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you swing by, get coffee.
Right. Get
Um,
coffee. Seeing that Harlow's not there,
Yeah.
we'll immediately go to Harlow's house.
And he is working a prism at the window to create a sun catcher. I'm going to my thoughts are that effectively, and he's gonna say this out loud, the sun owes us one, because
Mhm.
we just gave a lot of power away to the sun basically, and I'd like it back. So I'm gonna be doing that, but I'll answer the door in my yoga pants and open zipper hoodie.
Mhm.
Ah,
Eh.
morning. Thought we'd swing by with some coffee. Although it now occurs to me, I should have asked: is this because of all the work you can't stand coffee, or coffee at least from the beanery?
Like a cloud of smoke rolls out into the hall, and he's like, "Actually, that would be great." Awkward, are you still here, or have you fled by now?
Hmm. Yeah, I probably would have fled.
Okay.
By the way, Joel says hi and he's in the weeds, but I don't know what that means.
Ooh. I pull up my phone and text somebody real fast.
Mhm.
Awkward ran off like he does. If he said where he was going, I couldn't understand it. And then I'll text him.
Mhm. What are you texting?
I guess I'm gonna find out where. I'm asking where you are.
Oh, I'm at my library.
Okay. We could get everybody to meet at the library because that's where he's at.
All right, I'll reach out to Cam.
Do we have anything to formally discuss? Are we going to go and help the FBC?
Oh, well, I don't know that it's wise that I go anywhere near the FBC. I imagine they're probably pretty hot at me.
Yeah. That was bitchin', by the way.
Well, I appreciate that. But just doing what needed to get done. So
Yeah.
let's try and make some contact with Cam. Make sure he's still alive. Not in need of help. If he is in need of help, we'll address that, and if not, we'll tell him to meet us at the library.
We maybe meet outside the library.
Probably better.
Is there something inside the library?
It's hard for me to be there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, I could stand at the door, I suppose.
Hey, I get it. If you don't like being in a weird spot, sometimes the places are weird and they feel weird, and there's no reason to stand in a place that's weird if you don't want to.
Places are sometimes weird. That's right. I forget how fast you're learning.
Places are weird when you are weirder.
Stop.
I'll grab my refreshed bag of stuff that's all clean.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I imagine Cam might actually have a working phone that I have a number for. So I'll try whatever contact information and various off-grid options I have for Cam. See if I can get a hold of him. And assuming I can, tell him we're headed to the library.
Gonna see you there.
Cool.
See you there. Letter C, letter U.
Okay. So everybody's converging
I
at the
don't.
library.
I don't know what this means. He texted back, "Cut here." Sorry.
I text back the scissors emoji.
I'll see myself out.
Okay, so everybody meets at Awkward's library. Or rather, I guess the just bit of field that constitutes what's become the parking lot around Awkward's library cellar. Awkward, do you go out to greet him?
Yeah. He makes like a point to like very much and awkwardly close the door behind him. Like he just kind of like opens it slightly, like awkwardly slips out and then closes it behind him. Oh, hey, you guys came here a lot quicker than I thought. What's up? What's going on?
We brought coffee and just making sure everyone's all right.
Oh, yep. And then he'll like go to like lean against something and miss it entirely and almost fall over.
Yep, he's
No,
fine.
Cool. So now that we have that determined that everyone's good, what's up?
I think we were hoping to have a a get together, a meeting.
Nice,
A lot
nice.
kind of happened.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, what's better than right here, right now?
I come and sit on the porch.
Awkward. The porch feels okay. It's not great, and like it's kind of falling apart. But it's you can be on the porch.
Oh wow, allowed on the porch.
Yeah.
You'll kind of see him like gingerly like touch the porch and then remove his hand as if it burned him, and then like go back and like touch it again and realize it doesn't burn him.
Awkward. I think you realize that the problem you've usually had is that anytime you've been on the porch, your intention was to go inside. So it kicked in pretty early. This is the first time you're like, wait, people just sit on their porch? What? I could just sit on my porch this whole time?
People just sit outside. Gross. Yeah, so he's sitting, but he's very clearly like not at ease. Just kind of waiting for the ball to drop.
Yeah, there's like one dilapidated rocking chair. There's one of those like swings that like all those like, antebellum South porches have, where it's like the rope swing, except it's a little tilted to one side and kind of precarious.
Yeah, I'm crawling onto the railing
Yeah.
and pulling out my lighter.
I mean, live your life. I don't know if I trust the railing, but you do you.
Yes.
Damn.
Finally. Oh, sorry.
Okay. What are you guys talking about? You just shooting the shit on the porch? I do kind of like the idea of there being like 15 minutes of just sitting with like 1,000-yard stares.
Yeah.
It's been like, fuck. It's just that collective, oh shit, all that happened. Whoa.
It's the shawarma scene from the end of Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the just fuck. Wow.
I catch everyone up on how my night went.
Uh-huh.
But I think that only scratched the surface of what's out there.
Oh man, you fed Bert to the bag? That's terrible. He was
You,
he was a little bit scared. He's a good guy mostly. Just
good guy.
well,
He impaled me with his horns.
well, yeah. I mean, he apparently had been taken, so he's probably a little frightened.
He was going to impale just a family.
Yeah, Bert had a temper. I imagine it did not do any favors for what that be. It's okay. I mean, I don't blame you. I gotta find somebody for my poker game, and
I nudge Awkward.
Cam, by the way, the woodland critters and the mammoth are completely new to you.
yeah.
Or else you do know that one little bunny got away.
Yeah, I let him know. I couldn't bring myself to do
it.
But Bert had it coming. Okay.
I like consider for a moment and just nod. I just nod. Yeah.
That's the cute privilege we afford to things like pandas. We decide that because they're cute, they get to live. The ugly ones don't. Anyone else? Okay. I think then we will take a more of a view of the next few days generally. So this is the day after. we're looking at the next 3 days. The things that happen to the setting or to you, the first is that the ghoul gets back to you on what's technically the third day after, so 2 days from this porch scene, Cam, and tells you that they, for the moment, have essentially like created a, for lack of a better word, barricade around the facility, and there might be things still contained in there, but that a lot of stuff got loose. It's impossible to know how much because they're not sharing the official record, but they're starting to contact several other subsidiary groups to ask for help and manpower. Anything you want to reply back with, Cam?
Um, I will fill the ghoul. I will tell the ghoul about the place where Cam had been staying, about the hangar, and there will just be a note and like a yeah, there will be a note for them to find. I'll figure out exactly what it says, but basically it's a I'm not going to work for you, and I doubt you're going to stop hunting me, but like, if shit hits the fan in the worst way imaginable, like, this is how to get in touch with me in the case of an absolute emergency.
Okie dokie.
Something worse
give
than
me
what you
a-
experienced just now.
Give me another
they're
sharp.
reaching out to other people, so they think they can
Yeah.
handle it. This is a, hey, when you think you can't handle it, you just
Cam, give me a sharp roll.
sharp. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. Just marking that XP. Don't mind me.
Yep, mark that XP. This is one where you definitely mark that XP. Yeah. Do you do anything to like verify that the message was delivered, or you just assume they're eventually going to rustle your hideout?
Oh no, they're definitely going to rustle that hideout. Like,
Yeah.
and like I said, I let the ghoul know that it's there for them, but
Okay.
that's on them. If they don't get it, well,
Yep.
I told them where it was. If you're that bad, then I don't know.
Adam, rather Deb. On the second day, you have been informed that there is going to be a family meeting.
Okay.
Family meeting essentially means rounding up all of the higher ups.
Yeah. I think although it wouldn't usually go down like this, I think given the recent developments, I will be taking Maddie with me.
Yep.
And
Actually, I think you get a rare text from when I say rare, this may be the first time ever, which is Maddie's mom texts you on your very private cell phone, and just says, "Bring my boy home, please."
yeah, I mean, I think at that point, I will wait for a moment when the crew is all together, and I will inform them that I am taking Maddie out of town, and I will either be returning or informing them that I won't be, and what the contingency plans are.
Be safe.
Always. But I appreciate it.
All you have to do is text, and I'll be by your side.
I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, with that, I'll get Maddie.
I think Maddie even now is just quiet. It's that like shell shock, for lack of a better word. Not truly traumatized. You don't see the full trauma shut down, right?
Right.
But that kind of just the mind there's just too much, right? You can't really be a person for a sec because there's too much going on and too much to think about, and there was just too much.
Yeah. I will put the keys to the Sienna in Omaros's hand. And yeah, Maddie gets on the back of the Triumph, and we roll out.
Deb, you don't see it. Omaros, you do. When Deb turns her back, giving you a wave with these keys placed in your hand, you look down upon the key. What does the keys and like the keychain like look like, Deb? Like, is there like any like dice or like fuzzy stuff on them, or what?
It's fairly standard. The only thing, there's a like a little charm on there that, I mean, y'all haven't seen it on the keychain, but you've seen it on the dashboard of the Sienna. It's her it's that bobblehead of Dr. Disco, the wrestler. That little charm on the keychain. But other than that, pretty standard.
As Deb turns her back and you regard the keys, right, Amros? Like, what's Amros feel? You've just been given the keys.
I feel like I feel that in this moment, Almaros feels like he has, like, much like he has watched like Harlow grow, he has achieved something, right? He has crossed a personal threshold with the help of his friend, right? His friend saw, like, you are ready for this, whether that's true or not, right?
I think we see I think we see through Amros's eyes for a moment, like a first person perspective, as the keys literally glow in your hand, glow with a righteous light. We never know if it's real, right? Deb didn't see it. Deb's back is turned. We're seeing it through Amros's eyes, and we know that Amros, sees things strangely sometimes. So the audience never knows for sure if there was power in those keys at that time.
Power in those keys.
Yeah. Amros, though, they glow. We see it through his eyes. They are glowing.
This means
something. Anything? Yeah, I don't know. You got to figure out we'll have to figure out what your destiny is with these keys. Or maybe there isn't one. Tumblr's going to really talk about this in between seasons. What's with the keys? Anything anybody wants to do, or say you're doing researching or getting up to in those few days? Nothing else of note is happening. And Amaros, for your part, after that night of a lot of frantic, like, surging boards, nothing else has happened in the subsequent nights. So you'd guess that what you ran maybe some of either the unlucky or just the ones that were just running towards a population center, right? And that the ones that are potentially still hiding out there are either smarter or just haven't turned this way yet, right?
Yeah. I think part of what I think I do is like there's a lot I can do physically, but there's also things I can do with money. And I think I use some of my money to like donate to like recovery effort groups and that sort of thing. Because the city like is still like a huge storm flooded, it's still in rough shape. But I think during the next couple days, right? I think I feel like I spent a lot of time looking out the window over the city, right? Contemplating, trying to envision that threshold over the horizon to see what lies ahead. But it that does not come easy or quickly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about Cam, Awkward, or Harlow? This is a space where you could potentially try to do an investigate a mystery if there's something that your character would want to dig into with these few days. A lot of shit just happened, so valid, answer is to simply do nothing and just relax, right? Because that was a lot.
Yeah, Kim does not strike me as the relaxing kind at this point. This is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
city. There's a bunch of things that need to be tracked down. Some of them need to be put down. Some of them need to be rescued. Some of them need to be gotten out of town. And every strange message, every strange sighting, Cam just starts looking into stuff.
Do me a favor and roll on your Secret Masters move. Because I think this is a time, where you're kind of in between things. Something very pivotal has just happened, right? And you're looking for where, some like guidance, right? You don't reach out specifically, but in your mind, you're like, I'm kind of doing a couple things right now.
Super
what I do.
Yeah, that's another XP. Okay.
Hello.
What happens on a failure at that one?
On a failure, the secret master's reply is terrible, garbled, or somehow dangerously wrong.
I think in this case, because I asked you for it, right? What I'll hit you with is it's maybe fittingly just you unconsciously reach for like, what should I be doing, right? I'm not with the agency. Everything's gotten chaotic. Things are shifting. What should I do? And the answer you give back is just horribly garbled, right? And I think that might be the perfect answer for Cam in this moment. Like, there is no guidance, right? You got to decide what to do. Either the Secret Masters refuse to give you an answer, or they're so useless they couldn't get it through right away. So I guess you're on your own, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cam works on his own best he can, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah. So I think. Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask. We have a lot of similar goals, Cam. Would you want to like? I feel like I'd ask you for help, because I know a lot about this, stuff, and if you'd want to team up to try to combine forces.
Yeah, I have Cam's approach. Cam will.
Yeah, of course. You
Be
know,
happy to help.
feels
Yeah.
like old times.
So I think, bear in mind, some of what you're doing right now could very well be the narrative seeds for what we talk about when we talk about what you've done in the 3 months that will follow in between this episode and the next, beginning of season 2, essentially. So you can lay out the trails, right, for what you plan to be doing by saying this happens, right, and we don't know what that means until you explain it later, right? And so this is one of those things where it's like, oh, you're setting up that you two are going to go on patrols, right, and you're going to start keeping a more active eye out, and also like so that maybe if you did kill it just a guy last night, Amros, right, Cam can help you avoid those situations in the future, maybe, if Cam happens to know them.
It ain't the
And
first time
Cam-
I put a thing with a name down. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Hey, Bert had problems. Bert was dangerous, but
And
also a good.
Cam, did you take the more contacts and it just happened in media res?
I have not yet, but that is 2 XP away, so probably
Well, yeah.
end of this session.
We're honing in on it. Okay, so that's Amros and Cam begin you start to formalize how working together and doing like night patrols and doing these kind of
We're starting
basic-
a little map of like,
yeah,
okay, we're thinking like these areas are hot spots,
which I suppose I'll open it up to Awkward and Harlow. Are you getting in on this, or does your focus draw you elsewhere?
Yeah,
Harlow, I think. Yeah, I know you're distracted. Harlow, I think I can give you that. Your magic on the second day at noon comes back to you. Partially it is. Yeah, partially it is, and I mean the full magic, right? Both what you gave to George and your magic from the Thunderbirds. And some of that is because you observed the proper framework in your head to ask for it back, right? To very politely be like, I want what's mine back.
Mhm.
It's not mine. I was borrowing it, and it wasn't mine to give away. Is how you phrased it, right?
It's more like we lent you a favor. Give us the grace of returning our stuff back. Yeah.
Don't be shitty.
Don't be a fucking dick.
And I think when your magic returns to you and your awareness, your like kind of weird searcher awareness opens up again. The city and the ley line that it is on feels deeply wrong to you. You don't know what that means initially without more investigation, but it's almost like you feel like you're standing right, and then suddenly there's like a seismic shift where where you thought was solid ground isn't anymore, right? Like you expect, as your awareness opens up, to feel the lines of power like you do, to feel those cat's cradles of the natural movements of energy. And it's like as your feet hit the ground, magically, you realize you're sideways, right? Everything is wrong all of a sudden. Yeah, it's very much the sea legs. You're like, oh shit, everything is suddenly in turbulence.
Yeah. Okay.
So that I would give you the opportunity to join in the other two, right? But you also, that might influence your movings forward, right?
It does a little bit because Harlow's a little bit community focused for the time being. So he would reach out to the people that he knows and cares about and make sure that everyone is okay. He would probably like formally have like a get together with people to make sure everyone is all right. And to like and to have a little bit of like a ritual moment of some kind to deal with what has occurred. But then immediately you want, like, as soon as he can, like within a couple of days, It takes longer than everyone else, but within a couple of days, he wants to get back into being a searcher.
Okay. I think some of that, and this might be a thing you can play more with later if you feel like it, is that your method of doing this is kind of an initial expansion of the Monster Hunting Club. You didn't call it the Monster Hunter Club, right? But at the time, it was like the Cryptids Anonymous Club, right?
Yeah, so
or whatever the fuck it
Carlo's
was.
got like 2 social circles, which is the where he met Rob, right? That club, but then he's got his his friends who aren't monster hunters or
Right. I think in light of what has happened, there's a lot more. The veil is not broken, right? But there's a lot more unease and willingness to be receptive to stuff you don't necessarily understand, right?
Yeah, and he's a little witch, and so he knows that people will come
Right.
to him, and he is going to be available for them.
Okay. And so then you said after like maybe 2 or 3 days you join, or probably on like the 3rd day after we're doing this kind of.
Day 3, I get to go back to my hobbies and the shit that I love, and I immediately go back to not monster hunting, but monster seeking.
Okay. Does that line of exploration take you with Cam and because Cam and Amros, I think, are much more like playing defense, right?
Exactly.
They are investigating stuff and they're catching stuff, but they're keeping an eye on stuff, right? Rather than going out looking for things.
Yeah, I think there might be overlap, but I don't think that we will naturally have spent most of our time together. We probably are cross-referencing every once in a while, but not spending a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need someone doing research.
Give me a weird roll, Harlow.
You're our guy in the chair.
That's what I wanted. That was what I was going for. I was like, I want to do Oracle, but weirdo little boy.
yeah.
Harlow, would you like to use a luck check on this?
I think I will.
Or a luck
might as
point,
well.
rather.
Yeah, I think I
want
will.
to?
Yeah, I'll take the hint.
Yeah, I think where we end things with Harlow then is on the 3rd day, it is midnight and you are walking through the forest. And you spend a lot of your time under the moonlight, right? Like walking through the forest. The forest has always had a weird relationship with Harlow. It's not so much that Harlow has a weird relationship with it, right? It's very conspicuously that the forest has a weird relationship with Harlow. And you, on this particular night, you mostly are listening out, right? Because you've been told by Cam and Amaros, even from their initial sweepings, that a lot of you just got to keep your head on a swivel when you're out there, right? That means magically, that means ears. A lot of stuff is currently in the just screaming out into the night phase because maybe the more creative things haven't figured out what to do yet. So there's a lot of just shit running around, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, not every one of them is going to be like a perfect predator. A lot might just be screaming and running around.
I am going to see a handful of jackalopes. That's going to happen.
Yeah, there's going to be some weird shit, right? But on this particular night, under the moonlight, you look to your left and you see, it's odd, but suddenly it's like one tree, right? But it lines up with the tree next to it and aligns up with the tree next to it. And you get this weird effect, like all of the trees occupying the same space. Like you feel your vision drawn into this one tree. And as Harlow is staring at it, staring intently at the tree, as the world kind of gets wishy-washy around it, as you're almost the edges of your vision are fading. You see, and we as the audience see on the tree in silver script, mayhaps we shall talk now, child. And that is where we leave Harlow. Awkward. I got your general vibe. You're locking that in, right?
I think so.
Okay. Well, anything you do before you close the door?
Wait, where am I?
I assume in your library.
Oh, yeah. Anything before I close the door?
Yep.
I don't know if we're on the same page anymore.
Hold on. I missed you.
Okay, cool. Oh, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
like,
I think
hold on
we
one
end.
second.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Uh-huh.
YOLO.
Okay. Then I think the last we see of Awkward is you are sitting on the porch of your house, right? Looking around. Because I guess porch sitting is a thing you can do as long as you don't intend to go inside. And I guess it's like nicer up here than it is sitting on the ground, right? It's still kind of damp. So like,
Yeah.
what does Awkward do, I guess, in this quiet moment? A lot has happened. You've yourself have learned a lot. Most of it wasn't good, right? Like none of it made you feel good inside. None of it did anything for you other than make you more anxious about things, right?
Yeah.
So how's Awkward doing in this moment? Just I think it's like early morning. It's sort of misty on the grounds of your family estate.
Yeah, you'd think it would like be a moment of like distress or like I don't know, identity issues or whatever. No, he's actually much more determined and motivated and driven than he has been in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Before he was kind of like a passive observer in his fate, and now he's taking a more active role. So he
Yeah, so
sits
like
down,
shoulders
I'm-
more squared back, like
yeah. And I'm just gonna make this happen because it's my library, fuck it. But there's like a chalkboard, and he just starts making a list. Like a to-do list.
okay. Yeah, so we
And
start
the-
with like you up on the porch.
Yeah, and the last thing on the list is
Okay.
freedom.
All right. Yeah, you is I assume this is in your library, right? This is the chalkboard in your library.
Yeah.
I think the effect is we see you on the porch and then kind of like a fade and we see you standing in your library. And we see the whiteboard, but all of the bits of it are obstructed by your head and your body, all the other items on the list, right? But we see over your shoulder as the camera pans out further off into the distance behind you, getting towards where we know the door to be. We see you put freedom and then underline it as the door slams shut. And we fade over to, we'll do just a brief Cam and Amaros. You are staring at, it is now, I think, the 5th day. You've spent 3 days now making your map of hotspots. You're in the oubliette below the groundskeeper's house that Cam owns.
Nope. Cam is
No?
taking anyone to that house yet.
That's fair. Okay. Where are you guys meeting at then? Are we in Amaros's living room?
I don't think. Well, I don't think we do this part in Amoros's living room.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Where's
we
your
can-
secret hideout right now?
Yeah, we can if we need to, but do you have some up like a place in mind, Cam?
Not really. Like, I think Cam's just as happy to be somewhere unobtrusive but public, like a library or
Uh
um, just kind of doing this in, I don't want to say like a public diner, but like, just in a booth of a restaurant somewhere, just sort of
sure.
surreptitiously poring over a map or like a welcome center or something like that in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a diner, there's several diners, right? And a diner has the big table in front of you. You know, if there's only two of you and you're at a booth, you have even more space to like put stuff on the edges and Amros gets to still eat. But yeah, I think if you wanted to, we could just have a scene as you are looking over the map you've made. You see a bunch of different like hot spots, a few that are marked. Currently they're marked basically like Cam or Amoros, right? Things you know are there, things Amoros saw was there. Because you guys have been convening, but also like ranging a little separately at first.
Yeah. I think while looking over the map, I say to you, well, it's not much, but it's a start.
I gotta imagine that some of these will get picked up before we can get to them, but at least that means they're off the streets.
Whew. This will be long days ahead.
Yep. Yep. It's like I'm back in Louisiana.
Pam, I'm glad that our paths crossed.
Me too. There's nice every now and then having reminders that everything we're hunting just sort of gestures towards the map. Not everything out there is like that. There's folks like you and Benjamin and others out there. Lord knows enough of them out there are super dangerous. So
I can feel it.
what's that?
She's calling.
Oh, your goddess?
I wasn't sure. It's been a while. But I see the path. They're gonna need you. And if not you, someone you trust.
Well, not a lot of those, unfortunately, but you're one of them for what that's worth. How much longer are you gonna be around? How long till you got to? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Soon. Not now. But it won't be long. It's so strange interacting with George. the whole time I kept thinking, this could be me.
How's that?
He was doing what he was told. Same as me.
Well, I don't know if I'd say same since you actually understood what you were doing, but I get what you mean. I get the concept. It's well, I'll be honest, I got no idea what that's like.
I think you do. In fact, I feel I know you do. You'll find your path.
Yeah, looks down at the map and is like, yeah, I imagine my path will be busy for a little bit.
As the camera sweeps out the window, out into the parking lot, it goes skyward before descending down on a gas station just outside, or actually, at this point, it's a gas station very far away. At this point, you'd probably be like maybe even in Illinois, Deb. But I don't think we have to cover where. Simply, you're at a gas station. It's one of those where there's a place to sit, and you see Maddie is coming out from inside carrying snacks and a drink. He's got a little more life in his eyes. It seems like he isn't super comfortable on the back, but some of the excitement of it, right, is getting to him. And some of that might also be the joy that Deb exudes getting to ride the bike, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Road's good for everybody, honey.
It's infectious. He smiles at you at that and says, "We're gonna be all right, I think."
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, I meant that as a question, but
No, absolutely. We're absolutely going to be all right. We got nothing to worry about. That's what I'm here for.
do you think they're gonna? Well, I've got a lot to talk about with them.
Look, whatever business you got with your parents is between y'all. But you know, I've been tasked with keeping you safe, and that is what I'm going to do. So that's one less thing that you need to worry about.
I wondered why I didn't know for a long time, and I don't fully, but I think I get the gist of how maybe not why we're rich now, but how we got there. And I knew that you were important, and I knew that them sending you with me was because I was important too, but they must have known something. They had to have, because otherwise they wouldn't have sent you.
Well, see, with all due respect, Maddox, if they knew something, then they probably just would have sent something specific. They would have sent a tool to handle a particular job or a particular circumstance. they call for me when they don't know what's coming. And I'm always willing to help, but it just so happens that in this case, in addition to being willing, and I'll reach out and put a hand on his shoulder, I was also really happy to help.
I like you too, Deb. Thank you.
Well, what do you say we hop back on the bike so we can get you home and you can start having what I imagine to be a long series of uncomfortable conversations with your parents?
Ah, if we weren't, I've been enjoying it so far, and if I didn't realize it would add multiple days, I would say take the long way. But as it is, I'm already starting to get sore. So maybe we don't do that.
Fair enough. And just know, although like I am tasked with protecting you, man, you are on your own in these conversations. I got nothing to do with that.
No, I've been thinking about it a lot. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Fuck.
Fuck indeed. All right, hop on.
Yep.
You better finish that ho-ho. I don't want you getting
Okay, we don't have to talk about the pocket ho-ho. Okay, I get it. That was my bad. It was a day one mistake. Okay, it won't happen again.
All right, well, I mean, like I said, you're lucky I like you. Usually someone get a mess like that on my demon darling's leathers and we got a real problem.
Okay. Yeah, won't happen again.
Understood. Do you want to
Yeah,
do you want to take a shot at driving?
tomorrow.
Get the fuck out of here. You're not driving the fucking you're out of your mind. Get on the back of that goddamn bike.
As you're getting things ready and he like get onto the back, the camera pans out. The last thing we see from a distance as we go up is you getting ready to drive and him cramming an entire ho-ho into his mouth.
Hell yeah.
And that is where we will end this session and this season.